I hope this thing's working tonight. Gonna be just the regular camera on my computer or my laptop, guys. Um, and I hope this will work because my internet is going in and out crazy like. So might have to go up here and get the. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. Now it's showing I got 3 or 4 bars. I don't know what's going on. Everybody see me? Oh, I hate this thing. I see the chat at least. Let me move this to where I can see it. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, that's not what I wanted to do either. There we go. Hey, Grammy Karen. Hey, Mims. What's going on? Let me know if this thing is dragging butt or what it's doing. Internet has been horrible. Um, did have the internet guys come out today. They looked at everything. Looks like they're going to be able to get something done next week. So hopefully by next Wednesday, all this will be cleared up. I'm hoping. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Ivan, how are you? Rachel, how are you? Nathan, how are you? Oh, it's craziness. Now I'm showing, okay, body or what it's doing. But now it's saying that I'm going to lose y'all. Come on. Be good. I don't know, guys. This may just be a pain in the butt tonight. I don't know. We're going to see. I can't find my notebook. We have actually been working on here. Got the big cook stove moved over. Dad and my uncle are coming Friday to hook up the stovepipes and everything. Got the bookshelf set up over here. This is going to become the new studio. Once the lighting and everything in, I'm going to have the actual internet hardwired straight into this room. It'll be right outside the door in front of me. And I'll be able to kind of set this up as a studio type deal. And hopefully that works good. Hey, Grammy, how are you? I hope everybody can hear me. Hey, Grammy Karen, what's a $10 super chat for? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you. My chat box is moving crazy too. Oh, wait a minute. What in the world? Isn't much, but maybe buy a little gas. I appreciate it. I really do. Um, and $10 will put a whole tank of gas in a car right now at prices. I suggest that everyone go buy a large tank and put some gas up for a while, which is craziness. That's cool. Got something special I'm going to talk about tonight once we get going. I can't find scripture from last week. I know North Star Prepstetter picked out Homestead Hacks, if I'm not mistaken, is the subject. So we're good on that. And I can't remember who it was that we actually did a scripture. I'm wanting to say, I don't know. I can't think. Right now it was I got my old book and my new book. Actually, hold on a second. Nope, that's not it. My new book is green, and it's there. You chose subject. Was it Homestead Hacks, Busy Little House? Is that correct, or am I wrong? What was your subject? I've not. I've been so swamped this week. Wasn't me. You never pick me for scripture. I'll pick you for scripture. I'll pick you for scripture. Is ELYN going to be on tonight. My 4-year-old enjoyed her cooking videos. Suzanne, she is not. This is a daddy time. We do not bring her in for this one, but we will be. Hey, Hamiltonville Farm, what are you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Glad you're here. You'll all understand why I said that in a second. But we will be doing a live during the week this week sometime. She said she's got very specific things for me to tell you all. Yeah, Homestead Hacks. And I can't remember who it was that picked scripture. I'm wanting to say Francine, maybe from Never Enough Time, but I'm not sure. So we'll be okay. We're good. ELYN's Creations, yeah. I still owe Fairy Tale Creation and Sheila beads. She will be getting those out. She's got them made. We just haven't been able to go in there and put anything out. So be good to go. I probably am going to let Fate pick out scripture tonight. I'm going to flip through this good old book of ours, and the page it stops on, I'm going to read some good word. So don't know what it'll be about. We'll find out together when we come time to do it. So Shimonami, how are you? I hope you guys, I can't upload videos, so I've been trying to use the community page and stick out some little pictures, some little tidbits, little things of that nature, just to try to stay connected and stuff. So I'm hoping that works out pretty good. We got 26 on, 17 thumbs up, so I appreciate that. But you know, it's hard when you're doing the isolation thing. You don't have really good internet up here anyway. You guys know that. So uploading videos is just it's not happening. So yeah, so we hooked up 2 hammocks that'll hang across this big room. And I literally hung in the hammock last night and was reading and doing some things of that nature and fell asleep and woke up at 4:30 in the morning and went up and got to got in bed. Yeah, ELYN loved doing that. She did it again today. You see her, hey Mary, for just a minute, and we're gonna. Where's my glasses? Because I'll need those. I hope that didn't just kick me off. If it did, I'm gonna be upset. Let's see what it's saying down here. Nope, still saying I'm connected. I hope I'm connected. So, all right. So y'all are gonna need pen and paper for a lot of you. You'll need pen and paper tonight and stuff. So if you want to take a second and grab that, watch. You ready? Here we go. Good old book. Ready? That looks like a great page. Actually, that's not a great page. That's a student's page. That looks like a great page. Oh, that's going to be a good one. We're going to read Ecclesiastes chapter 2, and we're going to read, let's see what we're going to read. 1 through 10. So it looks like we're going to be doing. So if you were the person who was here, hey, two family, how are you? Never enough time. Francine, were you the one that picked scripture last week? I've lost my book. I'm just picking out here some scripture to read. So that's where we're going. Y'all just saw me thumb it, and that's where we're going to go with. So Ecclesiastes chapter 2, 1 through 10 is where we're going to go. And Southern Blessed Homestead, hey guys, good to see you here. It was great to see you guys on last night. If you guys don't know, they put out some videos. They've gotten hit a little hard down there with the storms and stuff. A little is understatement, but anyway, go check them out. Look at what they're doing down there. And great family. Hamiltonville Farms, if you guys have tractors or want tractors or need something like that, or just want to see a good solid couple and a good solid marriage in the Word of God, you guys need to go check them out. I'm sorry. Try to refresh this to see if it's buffering real bad. I apologize for that, but tonight it's just crazy going on. So anyway, just go check out everybody. Two Family Homestead, you all know them. Y'all should be on there every day you can be. As I say that, I've not been on as much as need be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to read some scripture stuff, and I'm not read this for you all that are new on here and that don't come on and watch as regularly. I suffer from severe dyslexia, but I enjoy reading the Word of God. And sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's choppy, and sometimes it comes out crystal clear when He reaches in and says, "Bam! That's what you're supposed to do." Hopefully tonight is one of those. Bam! This is what you're supposed to do. But with the light, I got to lean over here together. So Ecclesiastes chapter 2, 1 through 10. Pleasures are meaningless. I said to myself, "Come now, I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good, but that also provided to be meaningless. Laughter," I said, "is madness. And what does pleasure accomplish?" I tried cheering myself with wine and foully, embracing foully, my mind still guiding me with wisdom. I wanted to see what was good for people to do under the heavens during the few days of their lives. I undertook great projects. I built houses for myself and planted vineyards. I made gardens and parks and planted all kinds of fruit trees in them. I made reservoirs of water, groves of flourishing trees. I bought male and female slaves and had other slaves who were born in my house. I also owned more herds and flocks than anyone in Jerusalem before me. I amassed silver and gold for myself and the treasure of kings and provinces. I acquired male and female singers and a harem as well. The delight of man's heart. I became greater by far than anyone in Jerusalem before me. In all this, my wisdom stayed with me. Wow, that was a thumb through and pick it. That's hit somebody out here hard tonight. It resonates with me. I think when we go through and we think about things, when we rejoice and we talk about pleasure, pleasure should come from our love with Jesus Christ. Our pleasure should come from our wives and our children. Our pleasure should come in those treasures that are there that I just mentioned, not the treasures of money, not the treasures of gifts, not the treasures of. The Lord wants you to be prosperous. The Lord wants you to be rich. He wants you to be successful. What you have to realize when we're talking about that is what success and what treasures are. I think I'm buffering on you guys. I'm sorry. When we talk about treasures and stuff through Jesus, it can be property, it can be those things. But the true treasures that He wants you to have is that faith within Him to know that when you bend your knee at night and say your prayers, that He has everything already under control. That contentment life, that God is going to be there to take care of you, is absolutely the biggest treasure that you can have. I had this conversation with a really good friend this week. She's had some loss in her life and stuff, and I think that she's a believer, but until she truly gives everything, she is never going to understand the power of God. And that's a hard thing to do. And you have to do it over and over and over and over in this journey. And you have to give yourself to Him every day. You have to be able to understand that and get there. And I'm learning that more and more and more every day. So with that, I'm going to segue that in to kind of the special thing that I want to talk to you guys about tonight. Uh, what you might not know is Hank has written a book, and Hank gave me a copy of this book in Kentucky at the Stivers. Goodness gracious, 7-8 months ago now. And when he gave me this book, I think it was meant. It was something that he was felt led to do, and he gave me a copy of his book, and he signed it. And I just now have gotten to where I'm reading this book. The book is called Faith, Finances, and Friendship. And I'm going to tell you what. This is the book, Faith, Finance, and Friendship by Hank Hamilton. Hank's on here tonight. His wife Gina is probably watching as well. A strong couple. Knew that before this ever came out. If you go watch their channel, if you ever get the opportunity to meet them like I have, they're down in Florida. Uh, Amazing, amazing individuals. What I will say is this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. This book, if you are married and you are married to your best friend and you're having troubles, if it be through finances, if it be through faith, if it be through friendship, this book will help you. This book will help you through it all. And the publishing company is, I think it's one of the Christian publishing companies, if I'm not, yeah, Christian Faith Publishing Company is who it's by, and it's Faith, Finances, and Friendship by Hank Hamilton. Someone will list that up there for me. Please for me, so they can get a hold of Hank or who made this book to me, because I'm telling you, Mary Hart was there at. Yes, I have a Twitter account because it's simple. Most anything. I'm trying to stay still. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Mims. Thank you for putting that up there. Um, because these are the three biggest things that will affect you in a marriage. And if you've been divorced, this is probably one of the three things that has led to you being in a divorce. Is going to be the fact that you're not on the same page with Jesus Christ, that you're not on the same page financially, and that you truly aren't the friends that you once were. When you take that commitment for marriage, and that's what I've had to figure out myself, when you figure out that that person's who you are, if you straight on the road for, and that you need to discuss these three subjects, you should be absolutely 100 go through and raise your children. He talks about that. Faith is going to talk about how you and your other spouse, you got to be able to discuss it, and you got to have enough faith within your partner to walk up and say, hey, look, we got to take this and go on. He talks about he went to a service and he went in and gets up and does the whole service on top of the chair. And he talks about how much effort it was to pull the chair up and how much effort there was to get up onto the chair and all this good. And then he invites his wife to come up onto the pulpit with him. And he talks about, now, which way is it easier for me to do? Because and when you look at that, you can look at it in a bunch of different ways. And some things you're going to have to meet on. But the devil's always going to pull you down. It's much easier to pull you down than pull somebody up. And when he talks about like that, so bad, I really am. Thank you guys for all the super chats. But when you start talking about um, the devil being able to pull you down, and you need to do that. And if you aren't doing that now in your relationships, um, I'm not moving, guys. I promise I'm not moving. My hands are moving, but I'll try to be even stiller. Getting fussed at here. Hardneck Farms, how are you? Good night to those that are leaving because it's too bad. I'm sorry. But the book is, I've not gotten to read it. So I would suggest, no matter who you are, no aspect of it, if you're not on the same situation, um, on how you're going to handle kids, how you're going to raise kids, where you're going to go with that aspect of your life. Um, Man, does it make so much of a difference if you're on the same page. I'm trying to keep up with some of the chat. It's just there. I'm very sorry it's buffering so much, guys. I can't do much about that. But what I'd like to do is just tell you, go get the book. It's not really expensive, I don't think. Let's see if it's got a price on the back. Yeah, it's $12, $11.95 US. Order the book. It'll help them out. It'll help you out. And I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. And I just started talking with my hands again. I'm sorry. Mims is going to come all the way to Tennessee and whoop me. Surgery. Plane Speaker has surgery Friday. Sorry, Plane Speaker. Hope you make it through everything okay and everything's all right. Um, but go over and watch Hank and Gina's channel. You'll see what I'm talking about and understand both divorce, both members of the church. It kind of addresses that for us that are believers that that are fighting that mindset to some point about being remarried after you were married before, and things of that nature. Faith, Family, and Friends. There you go on Amazon. Um, Faith, Family, and Finances. It's not and friendship. Yeah, faith, finances, and friendship. Good Lord, I'm messing it up. Uh, Great people. Mary Hart got to meet them with me when we were down at the Stiver and stuff. And just like I said, once again, um, it's a must read. If you're already married, if you're single, um, just get the book and read it. I mean, it will help you in every way you can. Um, it's my side. I think they're appreciate tiny house. Sorry about that. Um, so now that I went off on my little surprise rant because I actually finally sat down. That's what I fell asleep in the hammock last night after I read it. I was just sitting there thinking about different things that it brought up in my mind that what are the things I need to have and what are the things I need to do in a relationship, which I thought I already had figured out after 6 years of being single. Brought out some more stuff. So thanks, Hank. I appreciate it, buddy. Uh, that's a good one. I really truly mean that. But now we're going to talk about homestead hacks. Um, Busy Little House picked up the subject this week. You guys know a couple of mine that I love. One of my favorite homestead hacks is vinegar and hard boiled eggs. That to me is one of the best, um, one of the best hacks that you can have on the homestead. Because if you've ever hard boiled eggs, um, if you've ever done that with fresh eggs, you know what a absolute pain in the butt boiled eggs are. People use steam. People use North Star Prep Set or what's up. People do ice baths, the whole 9 yards. If you'll take when you're boiling off eggs and put a tablespoon of vinegar per dozen eggs into your water while you're boiling it, and then hit them with cold water at the end, you might get one egg that tears. You might, and you shouldn't. Um, Coconut oil does work really good for duck eggs. Um, work for that duck's eye. Uh, I thought you were saying that's something else. I actually know somebody that puts coconut oil in their duck eggs, and it kind of loosens up that harder membrane for cracking them to get through that. Um, so the coconut oil work for your duck's eye too. Supposedly, just coconut on duck, I guess, makes it good when you fry it up too. Um, so yeah, put the vinegar into your water when you're boiling. Boil it for the same amount of time, the whole 9 yards. And what I guess it does is the acidity in the vinegar actually seeps through and then breaks down that membrane. I buy watered down soap in foaming soap bottles to save. She buys watered down. She I buy watered down soap in foam shop soap bottles to save soap with all the kiddos. That's a huge hack. If you can take that, you're wanting to do it. Now, let me explain this to you. I'm trying not to talk with my hands, but I got through a little bit on this one. Food science, had a friend that's in food science. And actually, it was my nephew who attended UT. One of his buddies is agricultural food science person. But the process and the foam in antibacterial soap, it's the foam when you get your hands foamy that actually removes the bacteria and stuff from your hands. It's not the actual antibacterial solution as much as it is the foam ink process in soap. So if you started like Busy Little Houses talking about, that is awesome. So if you got an empty one that you've went through, or pour half of it out, put half water solution and it's still foaming, you're getting twice the use out of that when you're coming. Another homestead hack is another cooking hack for me. A lot of mine are cooking hacks, and that's simply I like to buy spiral cut hams, and a spiral cut ham is way too big for me and ELYN. So um, I'll cut half the ham off and we'll keep it. I don't put the glaze or anything on it. And we use that in the mornings for breakfast. We use that for sandwiches and stuff. Then I take the other half of the ham, we glaze it, we cook it, we eat nice. And then you take the ham bone and you put it in your soup, in your soup beans or your soup and let it cook down. And then the third hack to that is after you run it through your soup beans, you can take that, put it in the oven, allow that to start browning underneath your broiler. And as it browns, then take it out about halfway through and brush it with tomato paste or even ketchup. Put it back in there with a little salt and pepper, let it brown again and keep it going and get all that juice and stuff going. Then scrape it off and put it in your crock pot and you'll end up with your bone broth. And that broth will even be thicker and heartier than whatever else because you're pulling all of that marrow out of that large bone. So that's like a quadruple hack off of using one ham, that you're getting multiple different things to go. A lot of antibacterial soap have trichlorosin, a carcinogen. Yep, absolutely. What are some more of your guys' hacks? Then the doggy gets, yeah, and then the dog gets the bone. So I guess you can or you can, would that be quads? No, quads is four. Five triplet, I don't know. All that. Quince, yeah. There you go. When you go through that. Let's see, another homestead hack that I've used here on the homestead is simply going and spending the $12. If you're gonna have a homestead and you're gonna have animals or a garden, a fence post tool and a fence post pulling tool. It's going to run you probably $100 for both of them. But that little hack, you can make one. You can make one, but go spend that money. Don't try to sit and use a stick and knock a hole and set post and things of that nature. Um, yeah, fence pliers. Uh, I actually I carry in my go bag. I'm a big advocate that you have your fixed blade, you have your multi tool, but then I carry one tool in each one of my bags. Like I have a grab it and go bag that goes in the car anytime I'm on a trip that I'm going to be gone more than an hour or so from home, and it's enough stuff for probably a day and a half for me and ELYN both, and could stretch it for two. And we go. Then I have a 3-day bag that stays at the front door, and then I have a large family bag. Well, each one of those go bags has a different tool in it. And in my actual 3-day go bag that sits by the door, I have a set of the fence pliers that Plain Speaker's talking about. And the fence pliers that I have on those have the pike hook on the back, they have the hammerhead on the top, have the cutters at the bottom, and the pullers that come through. And I think I gave 15, they're a Cobalt pair, and I gave 15 to $19 at Walmart for them. And I carry that tool in my go bag. And the reason that I carry that tool in the go bag is because you can do anything with it. I can bust down a tree with it with the pike end. I can use it to help climb up a wall if I needed to with the pike end. I can cut through fencing. I can strip wire. I can hammer something if need be. It's just such a amazing tool. So I carry a set of fence pliers in my bag. It's heavy, but it's well worth having. We'll see if there's any more out here. Hi, sorry, I was finishing up the kitchen. Hey, yeah, North Star Prep Steader. Thank you very much. Are you the one that chose scripture for this week? I couldn't remember if it was you or Francine. I've lost my little notebook in the process of cleaning all this up. We put in new bookshelves and stuff. So anyway, if you were, send me an email with that, and I'll do it next week. Sorry. Um, let's see. Busy little house. My most unused hack is furring strips, wood strips under couches and dressers and beds to keep toys and dirt and let's face it, snacks from going Wonder, hey, that's just a life hack. That's not a homestead hack. That's awesome. Furring strips underneath it. So just take the legs off and put furring strips all the way around them. I use furring strips for all my trim in my house because it costs you $1.97 for a 1 by 3 or a 3/4 board by 3 inch wide 8 foot board. And if you look through the stacks, you can buy a stack for $10 where you're paying $10 for one board. I'm a little out of shape to be climbing walls with fence pliers. Hey, I'm just saying it'll hook where you can get up there. And you'll be better. Go get the surgery done. And you'll be feeling better. You'll be jumping over buildings like Superman, playing speaker. Um, but they can pike. You can use them to grab hold. Yeah, it's rough. It is, man. You're correct. But we got faith. The good Lord can help you, get you help you back to where you need to be. Furring strips fit under everything without removing anything. Nice, love it. I like the furring strip thing. I'm gonna implement that here in the house very soon because I could probably feed a lost army with the Cheerios and stuff that end up underneath my couch. Hey, Lori, how are you? The homesteader, not a homesteader, but trying to learn how to be a gardener. Well, welcome. We talk about gardening, we talk about homesteading, we talk about a little bit of prepping, we talk about solar, composting toilets, we talk about the whole 9 yards. Was having a discussion with my neighbor today, who actually is one of the cable guys. He's not my neighbor here. He's 5 miles down the road. He's my neighbor, country neighbor, um, and was explaining to him that he can take and thank you, Kathy. He can take and put an egg in the bottom when you plant your tomatoes. If you'll pick all the leaves at the top until you have your two main leaves on your tomato plant, and then you'll take an egg and put it in the bottom and crack it, the tomato will actually absorb that from the egg to make it stronger, and then the shell, the calcium, will actually help to strengthen that plant, and your plant will produce more tomatoes that way. So as you're planting tomatoes, if you've not already got your tomatoes in the ground, you can do that. You can also do this, get the same response from your tomatoes if you will simply take and go hit the creeks and take your kids and have them catch all the minnows you can catch. Crawdads will work too. Have them catch, but you got to kill the crawdad before you put it in the hole, because if not, they'll just dig their way down if there's any moisture around. So if you take and you use that a fish, just cut it and put it in the bottom of the hole, it does the same thing. The bones give them the calcium. The rest of the meat gives them protein and stuff. I did the egg last year, and tomatoes were great. I planted. I had a total of 30 tomato plants last year, and I think I put up 127 or 37 jars of tomatoes. And I didn't buy any tomatoes off of 30 plants. So, I mean, they will do a lot better. And I have to give credit where credit is due. I got that tip from Jess from Roots and Refuge. We were talking down at the Shindig last year, and I was talking about that I always get good tomatoes, but I just don't get the size. And she goes, put an egg in the bottom. I was like, put an egg in the bottom. I said, we usually try to catch fish. She goes, that's fine too, but the egg actually gives that, because it's liquid. It gives them that burst right off the back and really sets it in for them. So it's it's good. Uh, Lori, if you don't watch Roots and Refuge, and you're wanting to learn to garden, I would watch Roots and Refuge. I will watch Mims's garden on here. She does a great job. She's a master gardener. There's several more great gardening channels that are on this live tonight, and I hate that I missed you. Busy Little House. She grew Sicilian tomatoes last year that wouldn't fit in the top of a 5-gallon bucket. Um, so she's up in Canada growing in the snow. I think you got what, a week and a half worth of growing season, Karen, up there at your place, the Busy Little House. So go check those people out, and you'll get a lot of good stuff there. I ground up a bunch of eggshells to powder. Was thinking of using those. Has anyone ever? Yeah, the eggshells will work too, but you're not going to get the protein aspect. So the Florida Wave is the Florida Weave is a cheap trailing system that works great in high wind Okay. All right. So the Florida weave is a great trellising system for high wind areas, guys. Uh, and Mims does. She's saying she does that with the ground up eggs every year. I'm trying to do green stock plants this year, so I'll try the eggs. um, I was on stinky dead fish application duty for maple syrup trees a few years in a row on the farm I worked at. I can still smell it. Bah. Works amazing though. Yeah, the fish work great. The Native Americans knew what they were talking about when they sister planted and companion planted certain plants. I don't think it's true. I think it's more opinion on other plants. But squash, beans, and corn work really good together. They all give the soil different things that each other need, and they grow really well. Check that out. What if the tomatoes are already planted? You know what, plain speaker? I would think that if they've not been in the ground for more than a week or so, that you could probably take a stick about the same diameter and go in from the side down deep and maybe slide the egg in and then crack it and then fill the hole back up. I'm not sure, but I would think that that would be possible without really disturbing anything that was there. What do you think, guys? Do you think that that would work by using a large diameter type dowel and sinking that, say 6 inches away from the plant at an angle, and then feeding the egg down in and cracking it? One homestead hack we had growing up was starting our meat birds 100 a year in a pickup truck box. Okay, I got you. Hey, everyone. Hey, George and Malone, you're good. You're never late. Deep in North Star Pepper, dig your holes deep in urban steaders. Sharon, um, come on, guys. I'm drawing a blank. They had a nice little get together last year. Um, uh, we'll try to figure that out for you on Sharon Taylor. Everybody, help me brainstorm on who's on coastal side of Oregon that's homesteading. That's shooting some videos and stuff. That's just videos. If you get on and look like your Instagram and stuff, I'm sure you'll find some there too. Um, yes, going in a few inches away, dig a hole, bust the egg. The roots will find the nutrition exactly. So try that, plain speaker. North Star Prep Center. What you're doing when you're removing all those leaves going up, and you see the last two main leaves at the top, the biggest leaves at the top. When you remove all those leaves, what you're doing is you're not feeding those. It's like picking sucker leaves off. So you're picking sucker leaves off during the year, so you're not feeding a leaf that's sucking. What you're doing is you're allowing the plant to feed that main stalk, that main portion of that plant, and it's going to get other limbs, it's going to get other bushing uh, on it and stuff. So that's good. Pine Meadows is in Oregon. That's one of the ones I was thinking about. There's another one I can't think of. um, I have a friend in South Beach who's starting a bit of a homestead. She's not online much. So you might want to get a hold of Sharon. You might want to get a hold of Lori Sims, and maybe she can hook you up with her friend. But you have friends. You can reach all of us anytime. You reach us here. There's usually 30 to 100 is horrible tonight. We talk a little bit about God. We talk about anything from composting toilets to planting seeds to um, if you've not read it, or if you're not married, or you're looking to have that significant other in your life, check it out. We talk about close to Oregon. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Rain Country is not far. They're on here usually every night. So Sharon, you may see them on here tonight. I'm getting your bad connection again. Sorry guys, I wasn't moving that much. I am a fan of poo tea in my garden. A very you can get yourself in trouble with that. Uh, yeah, Heidi in Rain Country is amazing. Probably one of my beginning a YouTube journey's favorite channels to go on and check out. She does awesome stuff. Um, yeah, Tracy's on me tonight. Um, so what else was I going to say? I was going into another hack and got pulled off. Trying to think of my other hacks. I'll tell you a homestead hack that my grandfather used to do, and it wasn't really a homestead hack, it was a save some money hack. But my grandfather never threw nails away. My dad will talk about as they would pull a nail out, and we're from a carpentry family, that he would take and they'd make them straighten them up and reuse nails. Because a nail bends doesn't mean that you can't reuse that nail. It's a little harder, but you can keep nails, especially when you live off grid and you're out in a place where you can't do it. Um, Hard to see handsome face as it is without all his hand gestures. I'm sorry. I will find the other camera. It's in the living room, but my living room, if you saw it right now, nobody on this chat would talk to me. It's destroyed. I've been tearing out cabinets and everything else, bookshelves. Uh, Yes, Suzanne, Jan, the plant's energy goes to the tomato, not to the growing the leaves. It also helps with air circulation. Absolutely. And you'll see that your average tomato will be a little bit, the stalk, if you don't do that, will be a little bit bigger than your thumb. And I'm kind of keeping my hands still. They'll be a little bigger than your thumb. And I had stalks on tomato plants last year that were the size of a racquetball. Chris, love you so much. I'm out, my friend. Mama Z, enjoy yourself down there in Texas. Stay safe, be good, and good night. So TNR is the answer. Dehydrated potatoes, even if they are start dehydrate potatoes, even if they are starting to sprout, break off the sprouts and use them. Yep, she put. And my mom did that this year, and he wouldn't let you put he a fresh cut potato in the ground paper, and you'd set them in the ground that way. We would set them in decent soil. As soon as we see them pop, put soil back over, and we would build that way. So actually hilling them, which my potatoes did horrible last year because I tried to do them in a raised box. I'm going back in the ground. I'm going to plant them when about dig the soil, cultivate it about 6 to 8 inches underneath them. Plant the potatoes. Put 3 or 4 inches of soil over them. As soon as they pop, 3 or 4 inches more. As soon as they pop through, until I get to about 18 inches to 24 inches. And I had great. I did 3 rows of potatoes the year before last and got almost 100 pounds of potatoes, plus 8 potatoes all summer. Let's see, I missed one here. That is how my grandpa taught me to use a hammer, straightening the nails in his workshop. There you go. There you go. I just did a video on dehydrating mashed potatoes and making flakes of them. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to go catch that one, North Star. Potatoes usually don't last the next day here. If we have a homestead or hack, please throw it on here. If I don't catch it, throw it on here again and all on um, in all caps so I can try to get it. I planted some in old hay this year, some in soil, some in pots. Yes, I want potatoes. The hay method, I've tried it a couple times on a smaller scale, and it worked really good. I didn't get as big of potatoes, but I got good potatoes out of it. I did that when I was in a smaller place. Um, the uh, the reason potatoes don't make it after we mash potatoes to dehydrate them is because the next morning we always put the mashed potatoes in a bag. Then you take 2 or 3 tablespoons of flour and put in them and make them up, and then you make potato cakes. A little bit of homemade gravy, a little red eye gravy, and some onions. Mmm. Yep. That one may go in the cookbook. I may now have 39 recipes going in the cookbook, guys, because potato cakes my transcribed in there. I've got all the recipes written out that I want to put in there. I'm actually going to cook each recipe. I'm actually going to take on each recipe. The outcome will be at the end, and put the page. When I do the membership page, um, it'll be launched after I get internet in and I can start releasing videos back on a regular house. Have y'all heard of potato pearl? Homestead did a. I think they have a potato pearl because they dehydrate a lot of food. I think they have that there. I mix mashed potatoes with shredded cheese, then fry in a skillet. So good, Diana. If you'll add just a little bit of flour or corn, mix them all up, mix cheese into your potatoes, and then put them in like a plastic bag or whatever you mix them in, and then sprinkle a little bit of flour over them, just like you're making a dough, so it doesn't stick to your hands. And then take it out and you pat it out just like a salmon patty or hamburger, and you throw it straight into a little bit of oil or a little bit of butter. You have no sticking whatsoever. Cookbook, yeah, I need a simple recipe. Yeah, it's gonna have a lot. I'm not just gonna do that. And I think that I'm gonna try to go with a book similar. I'm gonna talk to Ink actually and ask him how that worked about getting the books done. But the book will probably be the same size as this one. I think this book, like I said, this is a 30 to 40 minute read if you're an average reader. It's like 80 something pages long. Pretty think it's 80 pages exactly. Pretty quick read, but it's going to be exactly what everybody would want. Just good home cooking meals. I'm going to get fancy in a couple, but most of them are going to be just solid meals. Going to have some really good desserts. I'm going to tease you. I make an amazing New York cheesecake, and I'm going to give you all my New York style cheesecake recipe. And I don't mean to mix up your box of pudding and make Jello cheesecake, which are good, but I'm talking big, thick, just monster 3 pound slices of cheesecake. And I'll probably make a plain one, and then I'll probably make one that I call my turtle cheesecake. Um, and if my mom was on here right now, she would start talking about my mint chocolate cheesecake. I did a mint cheesecake with Oreo crust one year, and I had one of my nieces who's now in her 20s, so I won't say her name, helping me. And instead of 2 drops of mint that I asked her to put in, she put about half a bottle of mint extract. And that poor cake tasted like toothpaste. And I didn't know. I just thought it smelled really good. We took that for a Thanksgiving meal, and needless to say, no one could eat it. Oh, I need cheesecake now. Uh, being locked in, I need a treat. There you go. TNR is the answer. Chris style cheese, absolutely. We don't do anything lightweight here. So it'll be good. Yes, the chicken and dumpling recipe will be going in there, and ELYN's chicken noodle soup will be in there. J Love, I am good on some cheesecake. Um, I'm going to tell you, if you ever get the opportunity to eat Sherry from Two Families cheesecake, you'll understand why we all fight over that. And I really, I got to remember to. I got stuff to tell you guys from ELYN. She told me to do stuff. I know what you will be making when poor boy and I come up. I will make you 2 of them. I will make 2 of them, and we will just sit and be fat and nasty with a big old cup of coffee on the porch for as long as you guys want to stay. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to cut off the hacks for a minute because if I don't tell you, I'm going to get whooped if we do a live this week. And she asked. So ELYN Max has requested that I tell you each and every one that she loves you, a lot, and she hopes that everybody stays healthy and that the coronavirus does not bother any of you. So first there that is. Then I have a specific message for Fairy Tale Creation, Mims's Garden, and Big Bear Homestead. And that is that she loves the 3 of you guys all very, very, very much, and that she's going to invite you to her birthday party in August. She would like to see you all in August for her birthday party. Now, I explained to her that you all live far away except for Big Bear, and they'll probably be here anyway. But she said that was okay, but she still wanted to invite you guys. So there you go. What else? There was one other thing. I got to remember what it was. And what was it? Um, oh, she hopes everybody's garden does really well this year. Uh, And there was something else. I'll give them to her, Mims's garden. So, but that was her request early today before even uh, Zoom her birthday. We might do a little. We did a little video last year, and I don't think I posted it. Um, our birthday is a big thing. If you guys, for you all that don't know or haven't done that, haven't been around long, ELYN was born on my birthday, so we share a birthday. So I will forever be 39 years old, and have been 39 for the going on the last 7 years. Um, so uh, she will be seven. She will be 7 years old this year. Um, so we do it up. That is the one day that we have a great time. I have a 250-gallon. Now there are videos of this. I have a 250-gallon smoker, and there's a couple of pig videos out there, and I smoke about 60 to 80 pounds of pork butt, and then I usually do about 20 to 30 pounds of chicken breast and legs because we love chicken legs around here. And yeah, I've only been 39 for the last 7 or 8. Um, but anyway, we do it up, and we usually have minimum here the last 2 years. I think, or last 3 years since we've been on the mountain. I think the last 3 years we've had at least 50 people at the house. So thank you, busy little house. I really appreciate that, especially coming from someone like yourself. Um, that's a compliment. So thank you very much. Um, so yeah, it's a day that we really kick it off and have a lot of fun. And I don't think anybody that's ever come has had a bad time. You eat very, very well and all that. Oh, I know what it was. I know the other thing that Miss Elon Max told me to sell you. She says that we all need to get together after this corona thing is done. And I explained to her that we all might not be able to get together after the corona thing is done because big groups are how corona gets spread and stuff. So it's uh, it's one of those things where we're gonna. Yeah, I get to stay. I was talking to you a minute ago, Daryl and Sherry, talking about your cheesecakes, um, Sherry. Um, but anyway, she really wants to see all y'all, and it's not just being locked down. She's actually going to get to go to Nanny's tomorrow again. Um, and Mike's has been there for over a week since she left here, and they're going to get to hang out. Hey, Lori, you got to have a kid on your birthday, and then you give the birthday to the kid. So what's the other option? You never get any older. It's their birthday. You don't have one anymore. You just get to have fun. What day in August are the birthdays? Mine is the 22nd. Suzanne, ours is the 24th. Mim's already knew. The 24th of August is our birthday. Chris, we need the cheesecake recipe ASAP, not months from now, in a cookbook. We're desperate folks in desperate times. TNR next. I'll make this. I'll make this one to you. Next week, if they can get the internet in, the first. Well, it might be the third because I have videos I want to get out that are already recorded. One on morel mushroom hunting and one on ELYN's chicken noodle soup recipe. I will do cheesecakes within the first three, maybe four videos. Within the next week or so, I'll give you guys my New York style cheesecake recipe and we'll rock it out. And maybe one day, if we get a good get together here in Northeast Tennessee, I can talk to family homesteading coming on. Maybe me and Sherry will have a rumble on the mountain and we'll have a cheesecake cook off and we'll see who can make the cheesecake. I don't care because I know how good her cheesecakes are. And we'll just be nice and happy. but we can throw down on some cheesecake and have some fun. Uh, I don't know what you have to tell Sherry, but I'm sure that was going to happen. TNR, and you need to go pick every one of those. They're the easiest thing in the world to preserve, and they're so stinking delicious. Morels are just amazing. I've picked a total of about 60 so far. Me and my dad walked the other day and got about 14 or 15 small ones, nothing real big, probably that big, and gave them all to my mom. But it just out of 60 we've gotten in a pint jar, it's maybe full of their heater. I thought she was 25. She is 25. Um, I'll be the all right. TNR is the answer. Is going down. We need a panel of 5 judges. So I've got 2 slots filled. We got TNR the answer. And hey, Dr. Rootstead, what's going down? Who that's going to be? I'm sure. Well, we'll say 2 more. Okay, J Love Adventure is going to be another judge. I know Poor Boy is going to be a judge. He would kill me if he's not one. So we need one more judge, and then whenever we get that last judge in there, um, we'll set forth the rules. But I'm having fun tonight, guys. I'm in a really good mood. Homestead Humor, what's up? He's going to be our 5th judge. All right, Homestead Humor is the 5th cheesecake judge. A cheesecake cook-off. Y'all need a nurse. Oh no, that's a self-induced coma, life with Linda. So when you go into that coma, you just enjoy it. You enjoy the time that you're there. Good to finally catch with working internet. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy tonight, Tinker's wife. It's been in and out, in and out. I know boy will definitely help. So when you rinse the morels, do it in a bucket, then pour the yeah. When you rinse your morels and you clean your morels at the end, even if you've let them dry, if you've not put them in a dehydrator, when you rehydrate them and you get everything rinsed off, always pour your water for the same mixture because they spread through the spurs and they'll grow real good. If you have tulip poplars, or you know that there's an area where you have a lot of May apples growing, if you'll spread them in that area, they tend for me to do a lot better in those areas because that's what they like and that's where you'll find anyway. And that's another hack. If you have a lot of May apples in an area or a lot of tulip poplars in an area, um, they tend uh, they tend to be able to grow and seed and germinate a lot better. Moon Farm says she can eat poor boy slice if he isn't allowed. No, that's not a little Debbie cake. A little Debbie cake, Mims. You don't get to rule everything about poor boy. It's not a little Debbie cake. It's a homemade, good for you 5-pound piece of cheesecake. There's nothing wrong with that. 5 pounds of cheesecake is not going to hurt any full grown man. The 2 slices you have to eat of it may. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, if you guys can get a hold of us, please send me an email. Send us snail mail. We enjoy getting that. I've actually got to go down, and I did get the call today, Francine, that I have a package. I've got a buddy that works at the post office, so he'll call, so I don't have to make unneeded trips down there. So, Francine, I did get a call on that, so I'll be there. Poor boy has been eating whatever he wants. Don't let him fool you. Oh, I don't think so. You're just playing the good now and trying to save some face. We know you got the whip out on that boy. You done got him done whooped up. Said he wouldn't fit in the cockpit of that pink Mustang next year if he ate any more little Debbie cakes locked down. You're gonna get him trouble. But for us ladies, that's 5 pounds straight to this. That's the place for it to go, Tracy. Not a bad place for it to go. Yeah, watch for your ticks. You guys can do a you guys can if you eat garlic quite a lot, ticks and mosquitoes tend not to bother you as much. But if you'll take a clove of garlic and let it sit in water and just kind of mash it up, macerate it up, and spray around the bottom of your pants. Now it stinks, but it tends to keep ticks off of you pretty good too. That's another homestead hack. Anyone hatching eggs, I'm going to attempt using my blast and did great with them. Just remember, um, put them on the heat when they're done. We have 25 hens coming in from Murray McMurray. And if you need them, you can still get them. It's going to be probably June before they get there. Mine won't be here until May the 14th. And we ordered 20 Rhode Island Reds and 5 white leggers because ELYN wanted some white eggs this year. And we only need like 10 to 15 more, but I'm ready to raise 5 out for a friend, and we figure we'll lose 3 or 4 probably. Um, chickens, guineas, peacocks are really good for ticks, but peacocks are just too mean and too loud. They do really well. That to keep worms off you too, not just ticks. Keep women off you too. Women, I thought you said worms, Tracy. Yeah, hey, I enjoy garlic, so I eat garlic a lot. I think I eat garlic in just about everything I do. Good tick hack. I've already pulled 2 of my the ticks. If you use some like I said, some bulb garlic, kind of mash it up, put it in some water, and it stinks to high heaven. But spray it around your pant legs. And when you find yourself, I had to move that time, guys. My back's killing me. Um, when you find yourself going into the woods, tuck your pants under your socks. Pull your socks up over the legs of your pants if you got pants on. Ever have fermented garlic, Chris? Yes, I have. And I've had the fermented garlic in honey. Um, wow. Uh, some of the strongest stuff I've ever tasted. Uh, but it does make you feel better. Let us know what ELYN is interested in so we can send her a birthday gift, clothes, sizes, toys. She would like just give ideas. Georgiana, thank you very much. You guys have sent so much to her, and I appreciate it. Um, what I would say is, if you want to do, and she tries to tell everybody this year, if you want to do something for ELYN for her birthday, as far as that goes, her little foot keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. She's mad as can be. Because Duncan 1900 bought her a pair of cowboy boots, and she's grown out of the cowboy boots. A set of snow boots. She got to wear them 3 times. Her foot's too big for them now. So I would hate to say any type of clothing size right now because she's not getting taller. She's filling out. She's getting some of her daddy on her. So anyway, let me see. I got another hack. I dice bell peppers and onions and bag them in the freezer for quick addition to eggs, etc. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. Uh, oh, I've got a hack for you guys, and it's not a homestead hack. Everybody can use this if you have a homestead or not. All right. So one of the biggest things with keeping ground beef in your refrigerator is when you have or in your freezer for long term is after you get it out, you got to thaw it out, right? So it's forever to get it thawed out. So if you'll buy your packs of hamburger from your butcher when you have your cows killed, if you'll separate it into 1 pound pieces, put it into a gallon freezer bag, and flatten it out to where it's the thickness of the burgers that you want, right? And then you put it in there. When you take it out, you can put it underneath cold water, and it literally will defrost in about 5, maybe 8 minutes. It defrosts, and then you just take your hand and you put them into square patties with your hand inside the bag, and then you just pop them out, and you can round them out if you want to. I leave mine square and put them on and straight up cook them, and you can have meat from directly out of your freezer to in your skillet in less than 10 minutes. And when you stack it, you're stacking it like this and it's flat, and you're stacking it in your refrigerator, you can put 20 pounds of hamburger in the same spot you'd put 10. Live with Linda, sorry. See ya. but yeah, flatten it out. Any of your ground meat, sausages and stuff you guys get in, flatten it out, put it in the 1 gallon bag and put it in, and you'd be surprised. We like a big juicy burger. ELYN is even getting into burgers now. My mom's favorite thing um, is burgers. So when you do that, I do the same thing with ground beef. Stack so neatly. Yeah, and if you'll take your bags and when you fold them over, if you'll then when you put them in the refrigerator, if you'll twist them so you have an opening for a bag and then an opening for a bag back here, and you stack them in. When you go to pull them out, they won't freeze together and stick. So I guess that's another hack. Um, I like to dehydrate mine and make my own garlic powder. Oh yeah, Lori Sims, that sounds awesome. Um, we had a young lady on here last week. Her name's Bonnie. That was on here, and she sent me an email. And she's getting a little homestead started in Vermont. I don't know if she's on here tonight. If you are, Bonnie, hello. I missed you. I'm sorry. Um, but she's an artist, guys, and she's doing stuff on here. And I don't think literally that she was hey Melissa, how are you? She was trying to do anything to manipulate anybody or anybody for sales or anything. But that young lady is a phenomenal artist, and I actually think I'm going to buy a piece of art from her. Um, Sweetheart, single mom, got a 16-year-old and I think a 20-some-year-old daughter, but awesome stuff. Let's see. Before the lockdown, we're selling a lot of breakfast burger. Uh, we were selling a lot of breakfast burgers at our family diner. It's a burger with all the fixings plus fried eggs and hash brown. Tracy, I just made hamburgers last night. Hey, Wolfie Nation, what's going down? I made a double decker, 2/4 pound patties, and I put 4 slices of bacon, 3 different cheeses, and a fried egg on top. If I'm gonna have a good hamburger, it's got to have a fried egg on it. So it's just the way it works. Fried eggs on a hamburger is the best burger ever. So now I'm gonna have to put hash browns on the next one. But I like mashed potatoes with an egg and the yellow sauce. But I like chow chow on my soup beans. A house hack we use with the little army of children is folding the clothes in a folding clothes in a filing system. Um, oh yeah, setting your clothes like this. See, one of the things you'll find if you'll do the same thing, busy little house, but you'll roll the clothes, you'd think they would wrinkle, but they don't. But roll the t-shirts, roll the underwear, roll the pants, and then do them in a filing system, you'll get double stacks. So not only do you have 1-to-1 like this, you have them 1-to-1 like this, and you'll save a lot of room too. But we did that in the military. That was a big thing. Bonnie, if I'm not mistaken, uh, Tracy Moon Farm. It's I think that's what her name was on here, but I'm not 100% sure. That's her name, but I think that was her name on here. Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, I'm all about a good hamburger. I love good hot dogs too. You guys know that from my very first video ever. I really, really, really enjoy. Oh, some jalapenos on there too. I'm with that, Chris. I got you. I feel that, but they can't be pickled jalapenos. Put some goat cheese on there. Some jalapenos underneath the goat cheese. Yep, I'm there. I worked with Army cadets for 10 years, totally know the rolling system and do that with towels. Gotcha. Naturally, North Carolina, what's going on? Probably literally. Missed that. I'm missing people that I know I should have said hi to already, but sorry. Yuma at Plain Speaker. Um, Nathan's hot dogs are his jet. I do like Nathan's hot dogs. And I like Dearborn meat hot dogs, which you can't hardly get anywhere unless you go to Michigan. Dearborn Meats is a completely kosher um, uh, butchery company in Michigan, in Dearborn Heights. They have a spiral cut ham that is amazing that they do. But their hot dogs, I like a hard casing hot dog because it holds the juice in better. So Swiss and mushrooms and A1 sauce makes my favorite burger. I like that too. That's that I can eat a hamburger just about any way you make it. And I like thick hamburgers. And then we have a place that used to be called Gurney Burgers here in Tennessee, and their burgers were really thin, but they were like that big around, and they were great. I'm trying not to move as much, guys. I'm sorry. Um, Ben Single is good tonight. Oh, Ben Google Eyes signal is good tonight. Not too bad. Okay. Most burn. I used to roll my kids' clothes when they were little. My daddy showed me that when I was little. That was the best of times. I miss it. I got you, Melissa. I'm trying to keep up with it here. If you accidentally add too much salt to soup or stew, my mother always just added some slices of raw potato for a bit to yeah, it'll soak up the salt. Yeah. Gotta run. Thanks, North Star Prepstetter. Thanks for coming in and posting stuff. Chris, have you ever had Vienna hot dogs? I think I have had Vienna hot dog. I think I can get those around here. And they're a hard casing hot dog too. Hey Carol, what's going on, girl? I missed what you said, but I just caught you coming in here. Uh You've been lurking on me, Mo Homesteading. I got you. Most people in the South don't know about Vienna. Yeah, but you remember I lived almost 10 years, 7 and 8 years in Michigan, so I got that northern Chicago, Michigan type, New York style food down. It's like a true Philly cheesesteak. You've never eaten a Philly cheesesteak unless you went to Philly. I don't care who you are, care what you say. You've never eaten a real Philly cheesesteak unless you went to Philly and went up to one of the main two or three Philly places. And it has to have cheese whiz on it, and it has to be cooked that way, and it has to be certain type of meat. And they absolutely can't reproduce it anywhere you go. There's some good ones, but it's not like eating one in Philly. Best burger, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce with burnt ends on top, and those little fried. That sounds pretty darn good. I like the little Vienna sausages in the can too. ELYN had those for lunch today. She drinks juice, guys. She'll crack one of those little bottles of Vienna sausages and she'll eat all this, and then she'll drink the juice out of that can. Mm. She's done it forever. Ugh, I'm trying to see. Yeah, the book that we mentioned earlier is Faith, Finances, and Friendship. And you can find on Amazon at the link in which Busy Little House just posted. And it was written by our friend Hank over at Hamiltonville Farm, which is a great channel to go check out. And if you're married, been in a marriage, are single, wanting to take that next step with the person that you found, or just want to know a good way to approach some conversations that have to be had, if you've been divorced or you've come out of a long-term relationship, um, it's a book it's a must read. Anybody that I think that I'm going to take that next step with is going to have to read that book because it's just that good of a book. Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm, what's going on? Good to see you. Glad you're coming in. We're going long tonight, guys. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. I've got a long day tomorrow, but I still feel good. So let's keep talking for a while. I'm liking the hack thing too. I know it's kind of rolling in through and out the conversation, but it's um, it's been a it's chick season. Or do you have some specific questions that you want to ask tonight? Because if not, we'll write that down as our subject for next week, and we'll talk about chicks on our live. Because I always try to ask somebody to give me scripture and give me a subject for the next week. So, and just because she was a smart aleck today and said that I would never choose her, and I understand why. but I'm going to do it anyway. Moon Farm, send me a text message and we're going to discuss scripture that you would like to hear about. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. I actually like them. They're okay like when you're hunting and stuff. So, I'm not taking no to Moon Farm. So, yeah, we'll go over that and we'll talk about that. I've got a bunch of baby chicks coming in, so I've got to do a little brushing up. I've got my little chick box over here. I'm gonna have to build another one, and you got to remember we're off grid, guys, and that's something else that I wanted to tell you guys for the super chats that came in earlier. Thank you. That money's going to be put to very good use. Um, our charge controller, brand new, 400 and something dollar charge controller, bit the ghost the night before last. Um, um, Spider dogs for the win. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Um, so yeah, we got to go through that. Hopefully, it's under warranty. I've been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the company. Um, I don't know where they're based out of. The company I bought it from is here in the U.S., but the warranty is through somebody else. So they've asked me the same question now like 6 different times, and I think it's been a different person each time. Um, Gross Karen, a what? A spider dog. That's what she said, Carol. Um, so yeah. So now I've got to get a new charge controller. I've got the backup system. That's what we're running off of now, and I can run. Uh, hey, thanks, Mo Homestead. You did not have to do that. That's not why I was talking about that. In the Bible, the hen symbolize maternal love, self sacrificing. Absolutely. I am going to put a wind turbine in plain speaker before it's over, but that's all on the backside of this. Actually, we're going to have a 3-tier system. The solar went in this year. By the end of the summer, I want to have the wind turbine from Missouri Wind and Solar put in, and then I'm going to put in a 1 kilowatt um, uh, turbine system from Power Spout into the creek. We have 180 feet of the creek, and I'm going to run that in so that no matter what the weather is, we're producing some type of energy. And I'm going to order 2 of the BYD lithium ion solar wall batteries. They've got them that are on sale. So I am really bad about going to the post office, single dead homestead. Well, homesteading, am I supposed to send you something to the post office? And if I am, I'm very sorry because I forgot. Are you? Well, was I supposed to send you some seeds or something? Okay, good to go, busy little house. I haven't sent your pack. Oh, I got you. I got you. Whew. You had me scared. I was like, I know that I'm supposed to send Mim something tomorrow, but man, plain speaker, it's not a water wheel. Go on and look them up. You are a type of person that will so much enjoy it. It's called Power Spout. It's the New Zealand company. There's several dealers around here, but I mean, it's a 1 kilowatt system that's under $1,000 that you can actually. They've got one that runs in headwater, so you have to have 2 inches of water on it. You can put it on a trough like for a water wheel, but it's awesome. Fishes in love light getting rough. My pain level is getting higher each day, and I can sow less and less. Waiting for approval from ketamine treatments. Billy's dialysis is going well. Okay, so Francine, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. So Power Spout, there you go. Busy little house. Just put it up, plain speaker. There's your link. It's. I'm talking. If you want to put alternative energy onto your homestead, and you have moving water on your homestead, I will guarantee you 100%. You can't put it in cheaper than putting in a power spout. If you have moving water and you have a means to channel and make moving water process, um, it's it's awesome. And if it wasn't that I already had all the other stuff for solar, I would have put it in first. Good research tool too is just getting in there and do it. And you can buy a complete rebuild because they're made out of completely recycled materials. But you can order a complete rebuild kit that is literally for dummies for $250. So if you buy one, spend an extra $500, have two rebuild, just awesome. There are YouTube videos for 1 kilowatt system is that's a lot of power, guys. That's a lot of power. Where's I have a present for ELYN for her birthday. That was really long ago. Just have this box ready and haven't taken it, but now I probably will, haha, because I typed it out loud. Oh, my home setting. I understand. I'm horrible too. That's not me. Yeah, it's not you messaging me. I think that's Busy Little House Marco and me. No, their account. So thank you guys for following me on Twitter. I think I got um, I think the Twitter account is up to like 20 followers now. So not been posting a lot on there. I have commented on a couple of pictures. I will respond to certain things, but yeah, she's committed now, isn't she, Lori? There's the Twitter handle. Uh, Dad Homestead, I think, is what they ended up putting it in there. But oh, all right, give me a couple more hacks tonight, guys. Give me some of your hacks. I know you got another good one, Plain Speaker, other than just wire pliers. Give us one of your hacks. Carol, do you have any hacks? It doesn't have to be just Homestead, just hacks. A relationship with God is the ultimate life hack. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. If you can do that, Owens has been burning that Twitter feed up. Candace is. I don't understand, Melissa. I can't. Don't forget. Picking up on what you're saying. I still have her birthday card stuck on my fridge from last year. She don't care. She just likes to get mail. Buffering bits again. Sorry. Tasty, chewable Malaysian of hyper children to resist their bedtime. Oh my goodness. Melatonin is a decent means to help bring some people down. Another hack is if you have kids that have ADHD and learning disabilities and some stuff like that, you can try using caffeine. Caffeine usually works the opposite. It's a big try if you're a parent with a kid that's really high strung like that. But a cup of coffee in the morning um, and a cup of coffee in the evening make it really sweet with other stuff. And a lot of times those endorphins kick the opposite way for those kids. So that's a good one to know. Um, use free tarps from Harbor Freight in the garage garden to keep the weeds down. That's a good one. Yeah, if you get on Harbor Freight, you can go in and spend $10 and you get a free $10 tarp. I mean, they're nice. They give out free tape measures. They give all kinds of free stuff if you go join Harbor Freight. That is a good one though to keep the weeds down, kill it out, get your garden started. My brother set up a massive full backyard rock climbing wall in their backyard during this time. That's awesome. That's awesome. I second the coffee. Works like a dream on my ADD and helps my autistic son to focus. Absolutely. I think the caffeine. I still think that's with me. I could go right now and drink a pot of coffee and go straight to bed. Every once in a while, it'll react differently for me, but crazy. I can't wait for ELYN to show off her present from Mo Homestead. Don't forget to show us. We love seeing ELYN getting presents. Yeah, I need to do better at that. Usually, if we get something, I've got the little Toyota truck, and it's just a two-seater. And if we get something, she knows she got something, and it doesn't. Her patience to wait to get home, the 15 or 20 minutes it takes to drive up from the post office, is not that great. Um, so anyway, I usually don't get them recorded. I have a friend who chugs coffee to get rid of migraines when he starts feeling one. Caffeine is not a bad thing if it's used correctly. Buying good coffee is the key. Um, you know, I read a report the other day that, and actually have a friend. Um, I won't go too far where she works because it could get her in trouble. Uh, anyway, that they have now directly, and I've said this before on here, linked brain cancer to Mountain Dew and Mellow Yellow, the yellow dyes that were in them. That's why you're seeing the clear Mountain Dew and stuff come out now. But Johnson City is where I grew up and where I was born, which is just right down the road from me. And it is the home of Mountain Dew. And they just launched this big rebranding and everything for the city. And it is it's not a good thing. They're trying to keep it under the rug and things of that nature. Um, and they're paying for all these bills for these people in the VA and stuff that have this brain, and it's young people that are getting the brain cancer, like 30 to 47, are coming down with brain cancer. And the only thing in common all of them have is drinking a Mountain Dew and Mellow Yellow. Craziness. I like the World Market brand, whole bean. It's really good. Mo Homesteading, I've had that before, and it is really good. I like the Peru and the Columbia mix at Sam's Club. They have them there, and it's a really good mix, a good roast on them, and it's good. It's a good coffee. Folger, I like a Folgers cup of coffee, but I'm telling you, once you start drinking good coffee, if you can buy it in bean and grind it, you actually get more coffee than you do for your dollar altogether. Because if you buy a pound of coffee beans and grind them, you get a pound of coffee. Where I don't think you truly get that much in Folgers and other things. Custom blend. Ooh, I'd love to be able to afford to roast my own coffee and stuff. Oh no, I drink Diet Mountain Dew uh, it like crazy. Yeah, garden makeover. Get away from the Mountain Dew thing. Pick something else. I'm a coffee fan, but love my tea too. Um, I enjoy hot tea. Cold tea gives me a headache, and I don't know why, but cold tea gives me a headache, and I always had like we're big on sweet tea around here, and I just get the worst headaches ever. I take vitamin B complex, and it has caffeine in it. Yep, I like chock. I like chock full of nuts too. For instant coffee, that and 8 o'clock, the Walmart deal 8 o'clock is a really good coffee too. Um, does anybody on here roast their own coffee beans? Hot tea for me. I still drink tea um, from my garden. Yeah, now I like mint teas and stuff from the garden and stuff, and I'll do mint and just like mint juleps and stuff too. So I'm not a big drinker, but I will, and I love like mint juleps and stuff. Diet sugar has its negative effects on the brain too. Yeah, any of your aspartines and stuff like that. But I guess this brain cancer is directly linked to the actual um, color and dye. I'm going back to decaf tea. See, now let me explain something. This is my theory. What is the use of decaf tea and decaf coffee? And I understand if you have a health issue where you can't have caffeine, I can understand that. But I don't think I can ever give up my coffee. Because like I told you, I can drink a pot, not really a pot. Elon's got me on a ration, guys. I make one pot every other day. I'll make a pot of coffee and make it last 2 days. But usually I'll drink a whole pot just in the morning. But let's see. Acid is processed coffee like Folgers tear my stomach up. I've ground my own coffee for nearly 20 years. That sounds great, Basil House. So I have to grow some first. I roast dandelion root. Yeah, now dandelion root coffee is pretty darn good. If you don't get it right, you it's in a pinch. I drink it when I'm in the field doing survival stuff, and it works. Let's see. I did not know it was long infused, though it was low. Does earlier deliver that praying is your first name, Francine? Absolutely. I can't give up my coffee. I love the local roasters. Yeah, and I need to find. We have a nice place called the Choo Choo Roast House here in Irwin, and I need to go down and start experimenting with some of their roast. But the two cups I've had have been good cups of coffee, but not like something that I would have went out of my way to go get. I cannot give up my. I've been drinking coffee since I was 28. I just don't think I could stop. I think I would have headaches all the time. Yeah. Why is ELYN rationing your coffee? Because I've rationed stuff on her on this lockdown. So she said that I had a ration on my coffee because if I didn't stop drinking my coffee so much, if we got locked down, I wouldn't have any coffee. I got to move, guys. Sorry. Ugh. So that's why, Tracy, she's rationing my coffee because I've rationed her stuff. Um, I wish I could grow a coffee tree up here. That'd be awesome. My coffee helps me think and helps my mood. I agree. You're out in Oregon though, Tinker's Life, right? Isn't that where you're at? You got all kinds of great roasters out there. We probably don't want to know the truth about that. Ha ha ha. No, no. She says that if she Elin will drink white milk, whole white milk, chocolate milk. She will drink water, and she drinks her favorite drink is cran grape juice from Ocean Spray, not a generic one. Ask her mom. She will whoop you if you try to buy her generic grape juice and the bigger liter ones. And I told her, I was like, look, if we get locked down, this is what you got. This is what you got to do. So drinking, a bunch of it at a time is not good. So you'll have to wait on. So she told me I had to wait on my coffee too, because I bought three big things of coffee and had a couple already here. So, yep, J Love, it is essential to the health of other ones. We can supposedly grow coffee and chocolate. Now, see, I didn't think you could grow chocolate in any of the U.S. I thought you might be able to grow the tree in like greenhouse or covered, but I think the best chocolate comes from Hawaii, in my opinion. Haha, the chat is on fire tonight. Love you guys. Yep, it's going well. Thanks for checking for me, and I will be looking for it. Okay, got all kinds of stuff coming on. There are acquired taste. Yep. Yeah, I got to yawn. We've been going for almost 2 hours. We're back into old school single dad homesteading marathon right now mode. Don't grow chocolate until you watch the process on making it. Bahaha. Yeah, it's a long process and one that's pretty gosh darn long to get it done. But man, if you've ever had chocolate from Hawaii made straight up, good stuff. Yeah, I like poi and stuff too, as long as it's made right. I'm subtropical zone 10B, so I believe yes. Evans Essentials, what's going down? But so yeah, for you guys that are just starting to pop in, we'll start getting a lot of our Australian folks on here now, I think, It's usually when they used to pop in because we would be on late and it's early for them. I have seen it, but I could trade with the desperate Karen. Oh, um, I'm trying to keep up with what people are saying. I'm getting caught up in other stuff. I have a friend who owns Creo here in Portland, chocolate, award-winning bean to bar. Hey, I've actually heard of them, Tinker's Wife. They have a sea salt chocolate and chili, hot chili chocolate that I've had before. If that's your friend, I would um, see if you can send me like an email address to like now. I would like to support some people like that. I would buy some chocolate. I would call them because that was some good stuff, and I hadn't thought about it until you just said that. But Creo, Creo, in Portland, it's amazing. So if you can do that, give me that information. Yeah, I got gifted one of those bars, and they do all kinds of different chocolate, but that one was amazing. I like a little bit of spice, and I love chocolate and chili, any type of a hot chili flake. I don't want something that's going to kill me, but I enjoy a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, that was it. Yeah, that's awesome that they know the farmer. Why in the heck is YouTube holding Christian, the word Christian in it? Why in the heck is holding the word Christian in it? Hey, everybody, let's see what happens. So on the count of three, everybody write the word Christian in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Let's blow YouTube up. Christian, Christian, Christian. Everybody do it. Not to give you more work, Mims. If you have to approve it, don't do it. There's one. Ah, yep, Evanescent. Yep, it's hiding it. Yep, it's every other one is good. Don't try to open them. That's crazy. I'm actually gonna put in a complaint on that. Yep, I see it. It's saying to show it. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna actually put a complaint in because of that. Um, that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. So I'm gonna have to ask about that one. Hmm. When YouTube is wrong, yeah, they're wrong for it. Wonder if other religions is the same. All right, everybody put something else in now. Whatever other religions you can think of. Let's see what they do about that. Put in would be Muslim faith, Islamic faith, Islam, Muslim. Now, see, Islam's getting held. Pagan's not. Pagan got it's holding like every other one. Some are getting held, some are not. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Well, that's what it was doing on my end is it was letting about every third through. Yeah, they did. Some of them did, on my side at least. So it's an interesting little test. I'm would be into just got held. How do you hold Hinduism? J Love ears didn't get held, but Plain Speakers Hindu got held. That is crazy. It's about every third one they catch and they hold. So I don't know. Our religions got held. You saw every third because we were approving them as fast as possible. Well, don't approve them. I just wanted to see what happened. Catholic got held, so Hebrew Christian got put through. Man, you can see that chat cut jumping. Yep, that's crazy. Baptist got held. Silliness. Um, it's nuts. All right. I want everybody that's watching, there's 28 of us. I want to see 28. I want to see your best hack that you have. Each one of you have a hack that you do at your house. Yeah, Tracy, I can still get packages at the post office. My friend works down there, so he actually will call me. I don't go down every day. He just tells me if I've got stuff down there. I'm sorry, I'm buffering Heaven Essential. You're good. Georgia Malone says, clean the kitty litter box in the morning. That is her hack. I've got a better hack for you, Tinker's wife. Don't get a cat that lives inside. Only get barn cats. There you go. You could ask when I'm whooped. Making my own goods and using clothesline. Using a clothesline is a great hack. That's even if have a washer and dryer in the summer, you will save so much money using a clothesline. I said it earlier. The red pepper flakes with watered down gopher holes, light them up like mace. Oh yeah, that sounds a good one. Paula D. Paula Daniels. I make my own laundry soap. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen. Add oatmeal and eggs to a pound of hamburger. Life, yep, makes it go further. Almost, it makes it good to go. Shout, shout! Stain remover takes grass off your takes grease off your stove and hood. Oh, awesome! No cats. Yep, no cats. Um, make hubby a good meal every day. I like that one. That's make your spouse feel special each day, woman or man. I love my indoor cats. Oh, Hardneck Farms. I am not a cat fan. ELYN loves cats. I love them outside. I'll pet them when they're outside, but they kill me. They give me allergies and everything else. Use your empty wipe containers to hold your compact items. What says write them Sharpie that you go. Oh, okay, so whiten, coffee grounds, things like that. I use oh, it's going too fast now. Beer works great for slugs. Hey, did you know that we have the Slugweiser champion here? Stop. Yuck. I missed what that one was. A good waste of Everclear. Oh gosh, I don't know what she said. Pray every day is a great one. Borax and sugar helps to get rid of ants. Yes. Also, oregano and cinnamon helps get rid of ants. Um, Dawn takes oil splashes from food out of shirts and foundation. Yes. Coca-Cola will help do that too. Um, borrow the neighbor's cat to catch the mice. I like that one. I like that one. Then you don't have to feed it. Best eyeglass cleaner I've ever used. Bahaha. Everclear. Uh, Anna for the win. For bug bites and stings. Plantain is awesome for anything. Plantain, old man's beard, or usnea mixed together in a poultice will actually help with brown recluse bites. Amazing, amazing two wild medicinal plants. And you can eat plantain. I told a friend about Slugweiser. Absolutely. I tell everybody about Slugweiser. Um, melted beeswax with oil, coconut oil, butter oil, cocoa butter. olive oil, then let it get solid and use it on your skin. Yep, use it on your skin like a ball. I carry a cake of beeswax in my hiking bag for chafing. A Wednesday night live is a great hack for a hard day. Thank you, busy little house. I appreciate that. Hey, y'all, got to get off. Hope y'all have a blessed. Good night, Hardneck Farms. You have a good one. We'll see you soon. This was a marathon tonight, so we're going to get off in a minute. I use apple cider wind for bug bites. Yep, that's a good one too. Kids beg for it. Um, Sing praise and worship music works to get rid of anxiety. Yes, it does. Epsom salt and plantain makes a good bath for pregnant pains. That's a good one. I put lemon pills in vinegar, then use it as my all-purpose cleaner. That's a good one. I've used that before, but that is a great one. Beer will make your hair squeak. Hairspray takes out ink pen stains, and expo markers take off permanent markers. Love it. Milk of magnesium on poison ivy. Yes, milk of magnesium on poison ivy. Now, my grandpa would have told you to eat a leaf of poison ivy at the beginning of the year and that you wouldn't get it. And he did it every year and he worked in it all the time and never got it. It kills me. It about killed me when I ate a piece. Um, Salt on food for water damage. Salt on food for water damage. Are you meaning like in the garden? Uh, Watching Samson's Farm channel and doing the opposite is a good hack. Nathan here. Homestead humor. good good job. I did not realize that until just this second. Homestead humor is Nathan from Samson's Farm. That for some reason has made my night. Short comedy videos on the beer. The one on Facebook, I think I deleted already. If your pets have fleas, give them a bath with Dawn. Yeah, Dawn dish detergent helps with anything with animals. Fleas, ticks, the whole 9 yards, and it works on kids too. Just saying. Da, 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 da. All right, guys, we have been going for 2 hours. It is 12 o'clock. I have a bunch of things to do. SWAT watering cans under roof drip edge to refill for watering containers. Absolutely. Get you a big jug and set it on the back and just dip them. Um, yep, I got you. I just didn't put the two together, and I should have. So, guys, I'm going to get off of here as always and kiss everyone. Don't kiss